Hello, guys. Welcome to We
Got Goals. So this segment, I've been thinking about it. I think it's pretty important. As you can tell, we are married. We've been married for 6 years.
6 years.
And we have a 5-year-old.
Yes.
And he's pretty animated. And people always say, he's so cute, he's amazing. And he is. But one of the things in our marriage that we've had to overcome and obstacles is parenting.
Being on a united front.
Being on a united front with parenting. We come from two different worlds.
Yep.
You want to touch on your world?
I came from more of a Caribbean background, so that's very different from an American background, I would say. But learning how to balance that, acknowledge my experience and how I was raised, while acknowledging his experience and how he was raised, and learning how to combine those.
Yes, and I think also with the dynamics, I grew up as the baby of the family. She grew up as the oldest. So that also is a factor because we do have one child. We may have another one. Right now, the one is what we got. And he is our heart. He is us. And seeing certain things that I may do, you may see in him, and being a father to a baby boy, I could be a little more stern, a little more, I would say, just more straightforward, direct, and may not play too many games. And my wife
is more subtle. Sometimes will be labeled passive, because I'm trying to find a balance with parenting. I'm more so trying to, instead of responding to his behavior, like process it, acknowledge what is his needs. Sometimes I'm not always able to do that. Sometimes you do got to nip stuff in the bud. And there's certain things that was given to me through my mom and through my dad with growing up can be beneficial for my son. So finding that balance, that way, and him being able to know that when I say something, I mean it. Not thinking only when dad says something, then he listens. So that's something I have to be more in agreement with, and I believe I've improved in my discipline and my nose and those things.
Yeah, I do. I think so. And I also think that having a son, it wakes up some childhood traumas of mine and healing that with raising him, being a dad that's present. And, I put pressure on myself, and sometimes it's unfair, I put it on her. But part of it is that I have a standard, and my wife, she knows I do. And I'm still growing and learning how to be a better father, be more patient, be less quick to the spankings or quick to, any chastisement. I want to learn patience and guidance, and my wife does have a beautiful way, and we have to just mesh it together, because not her way isn't wrong, my way isn't right, my way isn't wrong, it's finding this magic that we have because we love each other, and he comes from love. And that's what this is that we've overcome parenting through communication, patience. We even talked to our therapist. We've really just had more conversations and dialogues about those things. And I think this is what will build our family stronger. This channel has brought us closer together. And Nas enjoys it and loves it. So I think that's a huge part of this. And we'll have more of these to come. Anything else you want to add before we close it?
I want to add that your child having a solid foundation, seeing how their parents navigate different spaces where there's conflict. Because there's times I might not agree with how my husband disciplined our son. And in most time I react to it. So therefore my son believes, if dad says something, I don't have to listen, I can just go to mom. So now I'm realizing in the moment of when the job is being taken care of by my husband, I don't need to interject. I can say after it's done, hey babe, maybe you could have did it this way. Hey, let's check out this book together. Hey, let's talk about how we could have handled it different. And allowing him to take the lead in those spaces. So I feel like, as you said, communication is key. not only communication with dealing with our son, but communication in general, how we respond to each other, how we talk, how we show love. Do we respect each other? Do we hear each other? So I feel like that's something that is also very important in raising a child, no matter the gender. It's very important to have a solid foundation in your household.
And we created our own code, principles that we go by. And Nas reads it. He's a great reader. And we try to, when he does things that we may think is not against the principle, not being nice or any of those things, it helps me as a dad to have a backup. Which my wife can, here's a backup, a book that we talked about. It's not just dad and mom saying it. Remember that book you love? Remember that paper we wrote? And he's like, yeah, you're right. It's not just mom and dad being mean. It's that, we have these principles. We have this book. We have this guidance because we're more spiritual people. But it just helps us, to be grounded and to have something. So at the end of the night, if he did go through a conflict, if something did happen, we could talk about it and the emotions are gone, the problem's gone. And we're all like, look, Nas, we love you as parents, and we don't want you to hit anybody, yell at anybody. That's why I record certain things of capturing us trying to perfect those skills. So thank you guys so much. We're going to have more of these. We enjoy it. Anything else you want to say, babe?
And lastly, thank you guys so much for all the support, all the kind words. Thank you for just watching our videos. This means a lot to us. And I also want to say one of the biggest things that I have learned in raising our son is that a lot of time we label children bad because they do things that's appropriate for their age. Whether they're getting mad or yelling, they call them tantrum. But I think I'm learning that if he has a bad moment, don't hold it to him to the whole day. And once I deal with it, once it's over, move on. Now it's time to love. Now it's time to laugh. Now it's time to have fun. So finding that and understanding, that's the important key also. So I'll say that's all I have to say for the rest of the video. Thank you guys.
Thank you. We got goals. Like, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time.